Good morning, children. Hope you all are fine. Today, let's do the worksheet of the third unit, A Country Childhood. After this, let's wind up this unit and move on to the next one. All of you, please take your worksheet. Take page number 11. 11. Worksheet 1. Read and answer. Read the passage. So here we have got a passage. We need to read this passage carefully in order to answer the questions given below. This question is intended to improve your comprehension skill. Okay, let's start. Grace Darling sat at her window one dark September morning. So here we come across a character, Grace Darling. Darling is the name of her father. Grace Darling, daughter of Mr. Darling. Grace Darling sat at her window one dark September morning. So the incident takes place on a September morning. She was the daughter of the lighthouse keeper, and there was a storm at sea. Who was Grace Darling? She was the daughter of the lighthouse keeper. What do you mean by lighthouse? Lighthouse is a tower containing a powerful light to warn and guide ships. Lighthouse is a tower containing a powerful light to warn and guide ships. So, Grace was the daughter of the lighthouse keeper, and there was a storm at sea. Suddenly, a ship appeared. Suddenly, they saw a ship amidst the storm. It was broken in two by the waves. The ship got broken in two due to the storm, and half of it had been washed away. Half of the ship got washed away. The crew were clinging to the remaining half. Crew means all the people working in a ship. The crew, all the people working in a ship, were clinging to the remaining half. They were trying to survive by remaining in the remaining half of the ship. Okay. But the waves were dashing over it. Dashing either means go somewhere quickly or to throw something violently onto a hard surface. Okay. The waves were dashing over the ship, and in a little while it too would be carried to the bottom of the sea. So only half of the ship is remaining, and after some time that half also will be carried to the bottom of the sea. The ship will be destructed. It will get damaged completely due to the strong waves and storm in the sea. We must try to save them, she cried to her father. Then the sympathetic Grace told her father that we must try to save them. We should definitely try to save them. Let us go out in the boat at once. Let's go out in our boat in order to save them. It is of no use, Grace, said her father. Then what did her father say? It is of no use, Grace. It will be useless. We cannot reach them. We won't be able to reach there. It's very dangerous. It's not possible. He was an old man, and he knew the force of the mighty waves. He was an old man. He's a very experienced person. He knew the force of the mighty waves, the strong waves. Mighty means strong. He knew the strength of the strong waves. We cannot stay here and see them die, said Grace. But father, we can't remain here without doing anything. We can't see them die. We must at least try to save them. We should definitely try to save them. We should make an attempt. So they set off. They started off in their boat. They started their journey to save the crew. But it was hard rowing the storm. It was very hard to row in the storm. Row means Todayuga. Okay. It was very hard to travel in a boat in the storm. And it seemed as though they would never reach the place. It was a tedious task, and it seemed as if they would never reach the place. It was such a difficult task. Finally, they were right next to the wreck. Finally, they reach next to the wreck. What do you mean by wreck? Wreck means ship that has sunk or been very badly damaged. Okay? Wreck means a ship that has sunk or been very badly damaged. They reached near the damaged ship. They were in as much danger as the drenched crew. So these two people, Grace and her father, were in as much danger as the drenched crew. They are also in danger because they are rowing a boat in the storm. Yet, one by one, they helped the crew on board. Yet, fearlessly, they helped the members of the ship to survive. Okay, soon they were safe in the lighthouse. Soon all the members were safe in the lighthouse. Grace and her father could save all the members in the ship. Many years later, after she passed away. What do you mean by pass away? Passed away means died. After Grace died, the people erected a statue to honor her. The people built. Erected means built. The people built a statue, Pratima, to honor her, to respect her. It is not a large statue, but it speaks of the noble deed. It's not a huge statue, but still the statue speaks of the noble deed, the good action of the girl. It is a figure of a woman lying at rest with a boat's oar held in her right hand. And the statue is a figure of a woman lying at rest with a boat's oar. Oar means the long pole with a flat blade used for rowing a boat. Okay? In that statue, you can see the statue of a woman with a boat's oar held in her right hand. Okay, this is a passage. Now, answer the questions below. First, circle the correct words to complete the sentences. Grace was a dash of a lighthouse keeper. Who was Grace? Grace was the daughter of a lighthouse keeper. I think you can do this on your own. It's very easy. Once you have understood this passage, then it's very easy to answer the questions based on this passage. Try to answer these on your own. Okay? Next session, write the lines in the passage that tell us the following. Write the lines in the passage that tell us the following. Pick out the lines from the passage which means the following. First one, the duo had a difficult time reaching the wreck. Duo means two persons. Who are the two persons mentioned here? Grace and her father. The duo had a difficult time reaching the wreck. Which is the line? But it was hard rowing the storm. Okay, but it was hard rowing in the storm and it seemed as though they would never reach the place. This is the line. Okay. Please write this line here. Okay, the space provided. Next, Grace's father was an experienced man. Which line tells us this? Which line tells us that Grace's father was an experienced man? He was an old man and he knew the force of the mighty waves. He was an old man and he knew the force of the mighty waves. Please write this line here. Okay? Then try to do the next two on your own. Not next two, next three. Try to do the rest on your own. We shall discuss the answers in the evening. Worksheet 2, word-wise. Circle the meanings of the words in capitals. Here you can see 5 words given in capital letters, we have to find out the meaning of these words from the options given here. Okay, then we have to circle the meanings of these words. First one is infrequently. Frequently means always, most often. Infrequently is the opposite of frequently. So, what's the meaning of infrequently? Rarely. Vallappodum. Infrequently, rarely. Second, sermon. What's the meaning of sermon? Speech. Okay? Similarly, can you do the rest three on your own? Please circle the meanings of these three words. Okay? We shall discuss the answers during the Google Meet session. Next, fill in the blanks with words from the box. Here we can see 5 words. Using these words, you should fill in these blanks. First sentence, Sunil was excited to receive a dash from his grandmother. Sunil was excited to receive a parcel. Parcel from his grandmother. Next, the tall grass dash in the wind. The tall grass swayed. Swayed. Move from one side to another. The tall grass swayed in the wind. Moved in the wind. Okay. Try to do the rest 3 on your own. It's very simple. Next, if you were to describe the following, what words or phrases would you use? Write 3 words or phrases for each. Here some phrases are given. If you are asked to describe these, then what words or phrases would you use? You should write 3 words or phrases for each one of these. For example, a rainy day. Which are the words that can be used to describe a rainy day? Beautiful. A rainy day is beautiful. Cloudy. Then, lots of umbrellas. You can use any words or phrases. Okay. Use your imagination. Lots of umbrellas. Next, a cold night. How can you describe a cold night? Chilly. 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 Then, enchanting. Enchanting. Then, smell of cold and hot chocolate. You can write anything here. Okay. Smell of cold and hot chocolate. Then, your best friend. Kind, helpful, tall. Okay. Similarly, please try to do the rest 2 on your own. Your favorite sport or game, a place you want to visit. Okay. Write some words or phrases in order to describe these. Worksheet 3, Grammar. Fill in the blanks with abstract nouns from the box. In the previous class, we have already learned abstract nouns. What do you mean by an abstract noun? Abstract nouns refer to feelings, emotions, ideas, concepts, and state of a person or thing. Okay? Abstract nouns are the nouns that we can't see, touch, or taste. We can't see, touch, or taste abstract nouns. They are the feelings, emotions, ideas, concepts, etc. Okay, here you can see some abstract nouns given in this box. Habits, honesty, journey, wisdom, communication, religion. Can we see these nouns? Can we touch them? No. The words that we can't see, touch or taste are the abstract nouns. All these refer to some ideas, concepts or feelings. Okay. Now, fill in the blanks with these abstract nouns. First sentence, this is such a long road. I wonder when our dash will end. I wonder when our journey will end. Write down the answer in your worksheet. Second, the phone, the internet and all forms of dash are down. The phone, the internet and all forms of communication are down. Okay? Please try to do the rest on your own. Communication. Then next, circle the abstract noun in each set. First set contains the words truth, children, Nile. We can see and touch children and Nile river in Egypt. But we can't see, touch or taste truth. So, truth is the abstract noun. Water, photograph, kindness. Kindness. Kindness is a feeling or concept or idea. Then, Diana, music, printer. Diana and printer are things, material things which we can see, touch and touch. But music is not something that we can see or touch. Then it's a concept or it's an idea. Then do the rest three on your own. Please circle the abstract nouns. Write a proper noun for each of these common nouns. What do you mean by proper noun and common noun? A proper noun is a name of some particular person or place. Okay, a proper noun is a name of some particular person or place. A proper noun always begins with a capital letter. Children, please remember, a proper noun always begins with a capital letter. Then what about common noun? A common noun is the name of a common thing or class of persons. Okay, a common noun is the name of a common thing or class of persons. For example, words like bat, ball, dog, animal, trees, garden, flowers. All these are examples of common nouns. Whereas names like America, Raju, Rahul, Gokul, Katangal, all these are examples of proper nouns. Okay, names of rivers, names of mountains, places, persons. Okay, then we have to write a proper noun for each of these common nouns. First one, river. River is a common noun. How can we write a proper noun for this? Just write the name of a river. Ganga, Yamuna, Nile. Okay? Just write the name of a river. The newspaper. Write the name of some newspaper. The Hindu. The Indian Express. Okay. Madhrubhumi, Manorama. Okay. Book. Write the name of some book. The God of Small Things, The Alchemist, The Lord of the Rings. Okay, you can write the name of any book. Then ocean, write the name of some ocean, Indian Ocean, Pacific Ocean. Next, mountain range, Atlas Mountains, Himalayas. 6, city, Paris, New York. Okay, write the name of some city. This is how we can make a proper noun for these common nouns. Okay. Next, match the collective nouns with suitable words. The previous class we already learned about collective nouns as well. Do you remember? What do you mean by collective noun? A collective noun is a name of some collection of things or persons. Here we need to match the collective nouns with suitable words. First one, a swarm of bees, a pride of lions, an army of soldiers, a crew of sailors, a choir of singers, a fleet of ships. Okay? Please learn this. Worksheet 4. Listening, Speaking, Writing. This worksheet is intended to improve your listening, speaking and writing skills. First one, listening. Listen to your teacher read out some sentences. Circle the words that you hear. Children, I will read out 5 sentences. Please listen to me carefully and circle the words that you hear. Okay, let's get started. First sentence, there is a very large hotel at the end of the road. Second sentence, you are wearing a lovely dress. Third sentence, Shama has purchased 2 new books. Fourth sentence, I wonder when the show will start. Fifth sentence, put the bag under the table. Okay, I hope you have listened to me carefully. Now circle the words that you heard. Moving on to next one, speaking. Tell your partner about a movie that you like. You could mention a brief plot of the movie, what you liked about it and why you like these things. Children, we can do this in the evening. I will ask you to say a few words about your favorite movie. Okay, you can mention the story of the film in short. Okay, you can summarize the story and you can say what you liked about it and why you liked these things. Okay, you can talk about your favorite movie. For example, I'll give you a sample. I really like the movie Tangled. It is an animation film about a princess kidnapped and kept in a tower by a selfish woman. The princess has certain powers. I like the movie because the princess is very brave, strong and kind. It's a lovely film of getting to know one's true self. It has many moments that are funny and exciting too. Okay? You can talk about a film just like this. Next question, writing. Look at the pictures of these boards. Write a note on any one of them. You could include some details of how the game is played, what the rules are, whether you played it and why you liked it. Okay? Here you can see 3 pictures of different games. Okay? Tennis, cricket and football. You can write about any one of these games. Okay, write a note on any one of these games. You could include some details of how the game is played, what the rules are, what are the rules of these games and whether you play it and why you like it. Okay, you can choose any one of these games and write about it. I will give you a sample. Just take this as a model and write your own answer. Of all the sports given, my favorite sport is tennis. Tennis matches are most interesting to watch because points are scored quickly. I like this game most because it gives recognition to women players. I also like the pin drop silence that surrounds all tennis matches. Okay, this is my answer. You can write your own answer. Please write your answer here. Okay, then that's all for today. Let's meet in the evening. Thank you and have a nice day.